Let's go. I pull up. Alright. It is Stagg Jr. batch 16 time, friends.
Ooh. Fuck yeah.
So this is the 2021 release that somehow Ryan managed to actually get on the whiskey drop for Fine Wine and Good Spirits.
It's karma, man. All of us get what we want from distilleries. His favorite is Buffalo Trace.
I was gonna say,
except I didn't get the fucking A.H. Taylor barrel proof.
You can't expect to get that.
Listen,
No,
listen.
I know.
In the words of Spider-Man from Family Guy, everybody gets one.
I should have skipped the Stagg.
Mine was the fact that I managed to get a Maker's Community batch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yours is probably, I would say, the Knob 12 cask, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Your special one that's hard to get, I would say so.
It's either that or the 25th anniversary. I'm still
Fair. I mean, same store, same time, same everything. So yeah.
I go back and revisit both, and I have a hard time picking each one. But yes.
But anyway, this is Ryan's equivalent of everybody gets one. So let's look at it. Let's see.
Even though I have two of these.
Let's look at Ryan's absolute favorite, because yeah,
We understand why.
we already knew this is going to be Ryan's favorite tonight.
Yeah.
Cherry.
Tons of cherry. Coke, like Coke syrup. Not even Coca-Cola, but like Coke syrup.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, which...
A little bit of the traditional bourbon notes, but...
Brown sugar, yeah.
A little bit of oak, but...
But again,
mostly,
it's like... Buffalo...
yeah, it's almost like a cherry Coke in a bottle.
Yeah.
Or in a bourbon.
Again, this is Buffalo Trace with, like, the heat turned up to 1,000,000.
Yeah.
But...
Ryan couldn't wait, he already took a sip.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Very hot. Delicious, though.
It's actually not that hot to me.
No, I don't
I was
like
gonna
that.
say, I'm getting a decent bit.
I was gonna say, what's it like being more hydrated?
Like, this is warm, but it's not incredibly hot.
Yeah, I agree.
And I gotta say, the one thing that disappoints me about this batch, it doesn't have the Kentucky Hud that batch 14 had.
I can agree with that.
It has a Kentucky Hug, it's just not up to the caliber I expected.
Yeah, it's a little warm going down, but it's not like Stagg 14 where you take a sip, you don't get any heat, and then you feel it all in your throat.
Take a little sip of water. Tell me you don't get a ton of cherry, like a ton of like sweet candy cherry.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so much maraschino.
This has a lot of the cherry note in it, and I love it for that.
Like you couldn't, if you gave this to me blind, I would know it's Buffalo Trace right off.
Oh, for
the
sure.
Cherry is so distinct.
Like,
and especially like when you take a sip of water, it tastes straight up like it is the Buffalo Trace cherry and nothing else.
yeah, this tastes like brown sugar, maraschino cherry, Luxardo cherry, and Dr. Pepper syrup.
Yep.
Those are like the big flavors I get on it. And
You get a little bit of oak.
a little bit of oak tannin, yeah. There's a little bit of like chocolate and leather on
I
the
get it like
finish.
right in the middle. I get the oak tannin in the middle. I do get like a leathery kind of, a little bit sweeter kind of dryness on the
Yes.
finish.
This is really good.
Mm-hmm.
This is like one of the few Buffalo Trace products that, like, if I got my hands on it, I would keep it.
Mm-hmm. It's one where I would probably keep one, and then if I got any others, I'd consider trading them just because I know what I could get for a
I
second.
thought you had a bottle.
Yeah, I gave the last little bit to Logan to give to bartender friends who wanted to try it.
Yeah.
I was going to give a little sample, and I had like maybe 5 ounces left, and I'm like, here, just take what's left.
Yeah, there was enough for 3 samples because they poured me a little bit too.
Yeah, that's about what I expected.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably about 4 ounces then.
Maybe a little bit less. They were tiny pours.
Okay.
They were tiny pours.
Fair enough.
But, yeah, no. Like, it's crazy to think that after batch 10, how much more improved Stagg has gotten.
I mean, compared to 14, I like this one better, but that's not saying a lot because I love 14. Like,
it's like Booker's, where like every batch is phenomenal, but like you're gonna have preferences for like the little nuances.
It's like how 12 has been the favorite I've tried, but 12 also supposedly is like some people hold it up with like George T. Stagg. It was that good.
Yeah, that was the batch that people said Stagg Jr. can be the equivalent of George T. Stagg. Which
yeah, that one was easily my favorite so far, but I don't know if you got to try that one though.
I have not.
If you did, you'd probably.
I still haven't tried that sample of 13 you gave me either.
True.
I heard that one was a little higher on like a clove note. Like there was like a bit of like clove and spice on that one.
I'll need to. My dad and I talked to him. I was like, we need to compare all three of the Staggs at some point.
Yeah.
Because I have the sample of 13, so we'll do that at some point, but not super urgent or,
But yeah, this is absolutely amazing.
Trying to convince my dad to drink with me anymore is like pulling teeth.
Oh jeez.
Why? Because you drink stronger shit, or
I can't. I have no idea.
Hmm.
Like I'm like, hey, I'm gonna have this tonight. You wanna try it? And he's like, I'll try it another time. I'm like, okay. Keep drinking your fucking tub. I don't care.
Hey man, don't diss old Tub. Old Tub
I
is a
will not
workhorse.
diss old tub. I have 2 bottles at my house right now.
only 2?
Pussy
Huh,
shit,
get on
right?
our level.
Dude, Old Tub is like
I think I have 3 or 4 at the moment.
Old Tub is the workhorse now. That's
Oh
like
yeah.
that's the cocktail bourbon. That's the cooking bourbon. That's like
That's the cheap sipper after you
Daily
can't afford
sipper.
2 of the higher end one, or if you don't want
Yes.
to drink your higher end.
That's like
stuff.
if I have one of these in and I just want to sip something.
What's
That
up?
Yeah, we're
or Bernheim for me. Oddly enough.
Yeah,
we're
fair
gonna make
enough.
some bourbon maple syrup tomorrow.
yeah.
So we're
Oh,
using-
my dad
using
made that
it,
before. I
yeah.
fucked with that.
It's gonna be so
I want to
good.
make my own barbecue sauce with some bourbon. I wouldn't
I'm
use
good.
high end stuff, but I want to do
I'm
it.
curious
Yeah.
how the old tub with the kind of peanut note that it has works in a maple syrup.
We'll report back.
We will definitely report back.
Yeah, we'll also put it in sorry.
No, go ahead.
Butterbeer cocktails yesterday.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Video. Okay.
Oh no, well, this is the kind of like
Yeah.
The
And
other
listen,
thing we
is it
have-
one of our videos if it doesn't go off on at least 2 tangents?
Fair enough.
Of the other things we've said on video, is this really bad?
Fair enough.
I was gonna say we had a whole night of videos I'm not using. That's the night of the samples. I might post them as little funny
Night
things
of-
at some point.
We're gonna call that the night of the samples because
That was
nothing was usable content
we
wise.
only had like 5 and we were here for like 4 or 5 hours. That was a chaotic night.
I
That was so fun though.
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, from a trying things perspective, it was chaotic.
Well,
But
no,
it was
the
fun.
night of the samples was the one before that because that was the one where I got.
I will
trashed
say-
and then-
No, it was the night we were supposed to do a bunch of samples.
Yeah.
And we only that's why I called that the night of the samples.
Yeah, we were supposed to do like 10 and we got like 5 in.
Yeah, because I think it was because Elise was here.
Yeah.
She was the tipping point onto the shit.
Yeah, because
posting.
we're already
She's the
like
chaotic
almost to
catalyst.
that level of chaos. I think it just took one more
Yeah.
chaotic person.
Yeah.
I will say this though. That was also the night that got me hooked on barrel. And
Yes.
made me dive in on these 2 and that was I'm very happy with those 2 bottles right there. Like
Yeah.
very happy with both of them.
But before I close this one out, so favorite of the night, except for Ryan because you know what he's about to say.
I think mine was the Rebel 10.
I think mine was the old elk weighted store pick.
I really like that chocolate covered strawberry I had in between.
So let me ask 2 questions. Favorite and best value.
Okay.
Favorite, I actually might have to say the Seagrass.
Me too.
I have to agree. That was without a doubt the most complex thing we've had.
A very close second would actually be the Stagg Jr.
Oh, for
All
sure.
memes aside, it's very close.
I
second.
think-
the Seagrass was so unique.
Despite the fact that I don't like pickle rise, the Seagrass was definitely my second favorite, then the other barrel.
The dovetail.
Yeah, then the barrel, then for me the 1792.
Agreed. I think
Then
the
the,
1792
then
is
the
my
old
best value.
then the old elk, then the rebel.
That's
I think the Rebel's definitely my least favorite thing we had tonight. It was too light for me.
I
I wouldn't say it was too light for me, but it was light.
It was
I
light,
liked it,
and
but it was light.
I will say I won't say it was too light for me. It was light, and I felt like that detracted from it.
I can see that.
that's fair. I think for me it would be Seagrass, Stag, Dovetail, Old Elk, and believe it or not, I think I like the Rebel a little bit better than the 1792.
I can see that.
1792 just doesn't.
Well,
do it for me.
1792 does it more
I would
fast
say
than it
that's-
does for you. So,
I mean, that's yeah, and I just made a trade for one, so
Yeah, I've been
Right.
trying so hard to like 1792, and Sweetweed and Bottle and Bond are still the only 2 to do it for me.
I mean, that's like me with Wild Turkey. We're like, Russell's 6-year rye does it for me. Their ryes in general do.
Oh yeah.
And the Russell's 13, while I traded mine away, was definitely phenomenal. But like, I think way 1792 is for you, Wild Turkey is for me. So.
That's probably the case, yeah, because I fucking love Wild Turkey. It's not my favorite distillery, but it's up there.
I was gonna say Makers will still always, I think, be my favorite. It's gonna be very hard to beat.
Makers, Trace, 1792.
Makers.
Then Beam.
I don't know if I could pick a second. Lux Row has really jumped up there to the point where I think it's tied with 1792.
Lux Row's top 5 for me.
Well, Lux Row, you see how many picks and now different cast strengths and Blood Oath and all that shit. No, Lux Row has
I forgot
way
Blood Oath was
fuck
Lux
jumped
Row.
up. Yeah, it's way jumped up. Trying that Ezra cast strength pick I have, put that on a whole nother level for me too. Where even that one, I'm like, ooh, this is phenomenal, and I can't wait to try this one.
I'm hoping that the PWF picks of that will really boost them up for me because
I tried it.
He tried the Ezra, and I've heard the Rebel as well so I heard the Ezra was unanimous when they all picked.
Yep.
The Rebel, I heard they were all really good and they couldn't pick. Like they had a lot of trouble deciding on one.
I can totally see that.
Because the Rebel, they said they were all pretty similar, but they were all really good.
Yeah.
And the Ezra they weren't even expecting to do, and they came out with one of the most unique picks they said they'd ever tried.
I'm really excited for those, and I'm
So am I.
Definitely.
hoping that they really as much as I loved the.
I'm about to message
Rebel.
Aaron and be like, hey, can you let me know a little bit, because I might be at work. I'm like, can you let me know when you're about to post this so that I can be on top of it, because I need this.
Yes.
Yeah, I need those.
And considering it got to between me and Aaron, because I got him that Russell's 13, I helped him get that.
He'll help you out.
He's been more than happy to.
I want to meet him. I have had
I met him
brief
exactly.
interactions.
I met him exactly once, and it was so that I could give him the little book for those 2 makers after I'd gotten him the Russells.
Yeah, I want to meet him and because I've had a few interactions with him on DWF.
He is a really cool dude.
I met him yesterday. He was a great guy. I went
Super
in.
nice. He will he's one of those give you the clothes off your back kind of guys too.
We walked in. My buddy Adam walked in behind me. I walked in to pick up my stuff. I turn around and my buddy Adam is there, and I'm like, Adam, what the fuck's up, dude? And he's like, Hey,
Adam.
I'm here. Adam Zane.
Okay. Adam Zane, I love him. He's awesome too.
Yeah.
Was it he was the one who posted at one point in TWF giving a bunch of bottles away because he was
Yes.
moving around? Yeah.
Yes.
Because he's the one who gave me a couple of the ones I have, and I told him straight up, I'm like, look, these are gonna get shared with friends, and he was more than happy to say, take what you want.
Yeah. I know him through brewing. We did a lot of work with him in brewing, and that's how I knew him. But he followed in right behind me, and we had an impromptu tasting right then and there. The first bottle that Aaron broke out was Pappy Rye.
What?
Pappy 13 Rye.
He will not hesitate. When I said that I should have gone to that tasting instead, we came here. We should have all gone there. We should have. But
For sure. But
live and learn.
We'll have to go meet up with him sometime.
100%.
I told him point blank after that, I'm like, I'm going to come back with a couple of samples for you because you have been nothing but wonderful.
And I told him, I was like, I'm going to bring a bottle or two because I wanted him to try my Maker's Blend too, because he was interested in trying it.
Yeah.
Here, let's wrap up the Stagg Jr. because I forgot this is still rolling.
Stagg Jr. Fucking dope.
Fucking dope. Let's go.
Fucking dope!